All right, guys, Champ Currency Official here, and I'm going to show you guys how to make money with lease options. So, for all of my investors, all of my aspiring real estate investors that don't have a lot of cash to your name to invest in the market or don't have the credit, this is what lease options can do for you guys. Lease options can help you in such a great way, such a great way, such a great deal. So, first and foremost, let's talk about what a lease option is. A lease option is you leasing a particular property with the option to buy it at the end of the lease date. Okay, so think about it like you leasing a car, right? You go out and you lease a car. Um, you have the option to buy it in the end, right? You do have limits. That is what you can do during that lease, but you have the option to buy it in the end. Why is this better than like the traditional rent? Because if you're just renting, right? If you're just actually renting a house, when the tenant says it's up, then it's up. You got to get up out of there, right? But with you leasing it, right? With you leasing it with the option to buy, if you do have the money to buy it in the end, then it's yours. So technically, it's like it still is yours during the lease as well. It's like it's like a pre-buy, right? So let me tell you how this actually makes money. Okay, so let's just say, let's look at this house right here. Let's say Johnny in California owns this beautiful house. Johnny in California just got a job in New York and he has to move, right? The thing about Johnny is Johnny has a balance on his account that's $103,000 and his monthly payments are $800, right? So, Johnny has to be in New York. Johnny actually has to be in New York in the next month, right? So what he could either do is try to sell it, right? He has a balance on it. So he's probably, let's say the house is worth $200,000. Let's say he wants to try to sell it for $150,000 and has a tough time selling it, right? A lot of times that's the case. The next option for him is to actually do a lease option, okay? Especially if he's doing it as an owner, guys. If he's doing it with a realtor, that's still okay too. But let's say if he's doing it as an owner, you can literally, hit him with the lease option. Hey, I don't have the money to buy your house, but I definitely love this house. So what I'm going to do is, how much is your mortgage balance? First things first, guys. What you want to do is you want to find out what the seller's issue is, what the homeowner's issue is first. And a lot of times it's going to be the mortgage, right? So let's say he's having trouble paying $800 a month. You offer him a solution as to where you're giving him $1,100 a month. Remember, mortgages are cheaper than rent. So if it'll mortgage for $800, 9 times out of 10, it'll rent for about $1,600. So let's say that you're going to sell it for, let's say you go ahead and get a mortgage or you do your own mortgage with him. You tell him, look, $1,100 a month is what I can give you. So while he's gone to New York, he's going to be making $300 profit every single month from you, right? So his problem is taken care of, the $800 that he's stressing about, and now he's receiving an extra $300, right? Because he has a mortgage. So with that, you can turn around and in the clause, you have to put lease with the option to sublease, right? So in the clause, if it says that, you can actually turn around and rent that to someone else for $1,700, okay? You could turn around and rent that for $1,700 and that'll be $1,600 profit for you, okay? Excuse me, $600 profit for you. I'm sorry, guys, bad math. $600 profit for you, all right? So let's say you get 10 to 20 of those, right? 10 of that's $6,000 a month, right? So 20, I believe, is what, $12,000 a month. And the thing is, guys, they're not hard to come by. You just have to be looking for the motivated ones. And that's what rent to own home listings are for, okay? You can actually come here and look for motivated ones. You can look for some in your city. You can look for some in other cities. Honestly, they work really, really well in Los Angeles. All right, Los Angeles is really, really well because a lot of people move to Los Angeles, and they pay for things they just really can't afford, right? Let's say they go get $1 million home, right? And they cannot pay that $3,000 a month mortgage. They got laid off their job, but they're just not getting it like that no more. That's a solution to them. All right. So at the end of the day, they're motivated. They're motivated. So you can do this. You can literally become a landlord with no money, right? Sometimes you can do it with no money. All right. Sometimes you can do it with little to no money. So what am I saying about little to no money? Sometimes the homeowners are going to want $5,000 up front. Okay. $5,000 up front is not a bad thing to pay. All right. So let's say you do get $1 million home, right? And you give him $5,000 and you do have $5,000, right? If you got $5,000 to give him and he's going to be receiving $300 a month, do you not know that he's going to say yes to that? Right? He gets $5,000 and an extra $300 until the whole lease is up. Come on now. You're taking care of the owners. Sorry, guys, getting tongue twisted again. You're taking care of the owner's problem. You're taking care of the owner's problem. Okay. So that's how lease options can actually make you money. This website is perfect for it. All you have to do is come right in here and type the zip code in or the city and state, whatever one it is, and you can just go from there. It's definitely worth it. And then also, let's say you wanted to actually flip them. Okay, think about it. If they want to, lease option their home, 9 times out of 10, they may be interested in selling. So for those of you guys that are interested in wholesale flipping and actually flipping yourself, right? If you know how to backdoor rent to own, right? Because rent to own, you're going to deal with a service, right? You're going to deal with a service. But if you know how to backdoor rent to own, right? And actually go look up the owners of these particular houses, and it could be on Zillow too, where it may be even easier. I'm just saying, guys, you can go back and you can actually track them down yourself. And then you can go from there and ask them if they want to sell it. I mean, that's the biggest money anyway. If they want to wholesale flip it, you can wholesale flip it and still make $10,000, $20,000 and don't even have to worry about, how to occupy it and whatnot. But, this is still another way to make money in real estate. Guys, I teach people how to make money in real estate with little to no money down. Guys, Champ Currency Official, follow me on Instagram. And guys, take a look at this website because it can change your life. It can absolutely change your life. Peace.